In the headlines, Zamfara State Government bans motorcycle in Gusau. Gunmen kidnap commissioner in Nasarawa State. Nyesom Wike meets presidential candidates of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and others. On the foreign scene, at least 20 people killed in Pakistan following a bus tanker accident. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Ibrahim Shehu Adamu. Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle on Monday banned the riding of motorcycles from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. in Gusau town. The measure, according to the governor, was taken by the Security Council following reports on the use of motorcycles by bandits and other criminals to perpetrate their criminal activities within the state capital and its outskirts. The governor implored members of the public to be vigilant in their localities and report to security agencies any suspicious person or strange movement in their respective communities. The governor stressed that the security of lives and property of the citizenry of the basic function of any government. Government have kidnapped the Commissioner of Information in Nasarawa State, Yakubu Muhammad Lawal. Lawal was said to have been abducted from his residence in Nasarawa Igon local government area of the state on Monday night after sporadic shootings. Police Public Relations Officer in the state, DSP Rahman Nansel, confirmed the kidnap on Tuesday. According to the PPRO, a search and rescue operation is ongoing by the combined team led by the area commander, Akwanga Area Command, Halir Aliyu, to rescue the victim and arrest the perpetrators of the crime. Bandits had abducted a catechist attached to the St. Anne's Catholic Church in Gusau local government area of Taraba State. The bandits who invaded the church premises took him away after shooting sporadically into the air to scare people. The Catholic Church Authority in the state said the abductors are yet to reach out to them. We will recall that last week a priest was abducted and released when his family paid ransoms to his abductors. The State Commissioner of Police said his men are at the trail of the Gusau local government area attackers.
He was not found, then his catechist was kidnapped. His family was involved in the negotiations and eventually he was released. And as we're about to put this in order, another attempt was made on the parish priest of St. Agnes Dinya. They didn't get him and they now went for his catechist. As I'm talking to you now, the catechist is in the hands of kidnappers. So many things happening within our diocese, within our state. The attack is becoming unbearable for us. The consequences of all these things are glaring on us, and therefore we find it very, very difficult to put this in order.
That was at Gunduma in Gazo local government, where the bandits attacked the village. Normalcy has been restored for now. We have an outstation there. The OC of the outstation has briefed me that for now normalcy has been restored. However, we are not resting on our oars. We are still keeping our eagle eyes on other community and maintaining the rewarding synergy with other security agencies.
Scores of terrorists were killed and several others wounded after a tactical team of police officers repelled their attack on two villages in Kurfi local government area of Katsina State. During the fierce encounter with the terrorists, the police team successfully recovered 74 sheep, 34 goats and 2 cows. The police command in the state had received a distress call that about 80 terrorists on motorbikes armed with sophisticated weapons had simultaneously attacked the two villages. He said a team of the policemen are still combing the area with a view to arresting the wounded terrorists and recover dead bodies. The Police Public Relations Officer PPRO in Abuja, DSP Josephine Ade, has called on the public to shun fake news capable of inciting public unrest in the Capital Territory. The PPRO made the call during an interview with Trust TV News. She advised citizens and residents to cooperate with law enforcement agencies for lasting peace in the country.
Abuja is very safe. There is no cause for alarm. People should disregard all this fake news. The Commissioner of Police have actually set a team to investigate and trace out the originator of most of these fake news that carriers. Yes, we are working on it, and very soon we will get one of them. And by the time we get one of them, definitely we'll prosecute him according to law. When you are talking about insecurity within a state, that place is totally shut down, that no activities goes, not even economic activities will be happening. But within the FCT, you can go to your house and come. There's no cause for alarm. Just give us information if there is any problem. Give us information through our numbers out there. In the part of being proactive, we also release the numbers of DPOs with their names for people to call us, so that we'll be able to respond to distress calls on time. You don't have to wait. If you can't call the command emergency number, you can call your DPO. People should be relaxed. There's no cause for panic. Yeah, just watch your environment. Watch strange faces around, the movements of strange faces around your environment. Watch out. See whatever you notice, whenever you notice a strange activities going on around your environment, that is the time you now call the police. Use those numbers, call the police, and give them this information on time. Give us credible information. There is no harm if we find out that whatever you report is not right. It means that you are being proactive. You are watching your environment. Give us the information. Let us tell you that there is no cause for alarm.
The Group Chief Executive Officer, Media Trust, Munir Gwarzo, says that the group will continue to partner with relevant stakeholders to ensure that it achieves its mandate. He gave the assurance when he led some management staff of the group on a courtesy visit to the Corporate Affairs Commission in Abuja. Musa Luka has more.
The Media Trust Group CEO said the visit was to strengthen partnership tie with the CAC and also introduce the new management team to the commission. While appreciating the CAC for its patronage, Gwarzo sued for sustained partnership that will enable both organizations achieve their respective goals. The Group Executive Director, Business Development, Media Trust, Ahmad Shekarau, said the newly rebranded organization is better positioned to serve her customers using cutting-edge technology that guarantees maximum impact. Receiving the delegation, the Registrar General and CEO Corporate Affairs Commission, Alhaji Garba Abubakar, who appreciated the Media Trust for the visit, also congratulated the new management and assured of Commission's desire to maintain beneficial relationship with the group.
But we are happy that the board of the Media Trust has deemed it fit to bring professional managers to manage the business, because business management is beyond media. One has to have the requisite skill to manage a business, and we are happy they have a round peg in a round hole, and we believe that the company will continue to grow from strength to strength. Congratulations.
The registrar acknowledged that the company's record with CAC is active and up to date, and urged the company to maintain such a good record.
From our records, the company is active. Their returns are up to date for the current year. So, you know, this is early activity. So we've impressed on them to always maintain that, maintain the regular filings. And now that they are contemplating, they're expanding, they have so many subsidiaries under them. It's not just for the parent company to be up to date. The subsidiaries should also be equally up to date. And I believe they have good secretarial department, and we don't have any reason to doubt their compliance with the requirements of the law.
Musa Luka, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Ahead of the 2023 general elections, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has again met with the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Also at the meeting held on Monday night at Wike's private residence in Port Harcourt is the former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, ex-Cross River Governor Donald Duke, Benue State Governor Samuel Otum, Abia State Governor Okezo Kwezu, and Gombe State Governor Ibrahim Nkwambo, among others, were part of the meeting. Stakeholders have expressed optimism over PDP's reclaiming the presidency come 2023. They made the statement during the homecoming mega rally of the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar at the Mahmoud Rabada Square in Yola. Correspondent Silas Lawan from Yola has the report.
It is the homecoming of former Nigeria's vice president and now the presidential flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar. Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintri led party chieftains in Adamawa, government officials to welcome the Waziri Adamawa, his running mate Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, and other members of his entourage. Yola, the state capital, is looking colorful, painted with the PDP flags and campaign banners. They express his confidence in the person of Atiku Abubakar as one who can change the fortunes of Nigeria for good. Noting that the former vice president is the unifier this country will not afford to miss.
PDP in Adamawa today is a full squad and will ensure we deliver every elected position from the president to the House of Assembly.
The People's Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar is delighted, saying if elected in 2023, he will ensure the country will regain its status in the Committee of Nations. Let me use this opportunity to reassure my resolve to you, my fellow Nigerians, and thank you more specifically, my party, for giving me this opportunity again to be the presidential candidate of our great party, the PDP. I thank you all. This is the fifth time the former vice president is aspiring to lead the country, having lost in 2007 and 2019 presidential elections. In 2011 and 2015, he failed to secure a party ticket to contest the election. From Yola, Silas Lawan, Trust TV News.
Ahead of commencement of campaigns in September for the 2023 election, spokesperson for the All Progressive Congress APC presidential campaign, Festus Keyamo, said the government has performed well to deserve re-election. However, Daniel Bola of the PDP presidential campaign team disagrees, saying the Buhari-led administration has failed to address basic issue of governance. The two were guests on Trust TV's political program, Daily Politics.
What did we inherit? We inherited the Boko Haram problem. At that time we inherited it, they had taken over more than 14 local governments in the Northeast and hoisted their flags. We inherited the farmers' herders crisis that had been on even before Obasanjo's time. Boko Haram has not been totally wiped out, but it has reduced significantly because we constructively engaged our neighbors, Chad, Benin Republic, and Niger Republic and Cameroon. He knew exactly how to encircle these people. And so we pushed them back. We reduced them to almost nothing.
A few days ago, Avash from World Bank said that Nigerian economy is heading towards the precipice unless we revamp our tax system, we take up fuel subsidy, and do certain regulatory changes. That is World Bank. You can now see today, there was a report that the inflation had risen to a 17-year-old all-time high, going into what percentage? I think about 19.64 as at July. The previous time, it was 18.60. So what it shows is that our economy is declining. If you look at the CPI, the indices are not good. Some of the people in PDP have given the excuse that the reason why there is high inflation and the cost of living is high in Nigeria, it is because it is either connected to COVID or it is connected to the Russian-Ukraine war. I did a research and I discovered that that isn't the truth. We are not importing food products from Ukraine or from Russia. And that what is happening even run contrary to the assertion by PDP that, because they make the case that we are able to reach food sufficiency, what they call self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
So if we have reached self-sufficiency, then what it means is that the food production that we have been able to, generate should have been able to deal with the situation of inflation.
You are watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up after the break, we'll find out how indigenous are FCC inhabitants. These are more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is News Update on Trust TV. A recap of some of our top stories. Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle on Monday banned the riding of motorcycles from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. in Gusau town. Gunmen have kidnapped the Commissioner for Information in Nasarawa State, Yakubu Muhammad Lawal. Now moving to other stories. The Academic Staff Union of Universities is scheduled to meet with the federal government representatives on Tuesday over its prolonged strike action. President of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, said the meeting was to discuss one of 7 issues ASU is protesting over. He also said if the meeting goes well, the strike may be called off. Hundreds of residents in Unguru local government area of Yobe State are forced out of their residence following a flash flood that took over the entire Zongon Kanwa area of the town, destroying many businesses. Trust TV correspondent Idris Jibrin reports that the residents say they no longer feel safe due to increasing threats of building collapse, with many resorting to using local boats to access their homes.
Kanwa in Guru local government area of Yobe State. Now, following a heavy rainfall 3 days ago, residents here say that this water overpowered the streets. In other words, there is no way either vehicle or human being can pass across these streets. And there are major streets, side by side, that are covered by water. There is no way people could pass or reach their houses. In other words, their houses are also at risk, overtaken by the water. Now, people are using locally made boats to pass from that axis of the road to the other side of the road. Now, as it is now, residents are telling us that they have been complaining to authorities to come and provide some drainages so that this water will be able to pass. Yet, they are still waiting for that to come. But at the moment, I can tell you that people around this area, they cannot access their houses. They had to follow through other alternative routes that can help them access their residence. And the whole area is covered and overpowered by water. The businesses that are around these areas are all halted. Nothing is actually going on around this area. And people are telling me that it's a business hub within the local government. And that is why it is very, very important for authorities to come to their aid to provide drainage so that this water will be able to pass and clear the way so that the businesses around here, you can see that all this place, they are small businesses, but they are covered. They can't do their business. In fact, someone is telling me there is a school down there and the school is closed because the student could not access the school due to the water that overpowered the place and covered the entire area. So now residents are calling on local government authorities and perhaps the state government to come and provide solution to this problem, because there are other houses that could collapse at any point in time, according to the residents around this area.
The Federal Capital Territory, before it became the nation's capital city, was once the home of some few thousands of people who, after the relocation of the nation's capital to Abuja, still struggle with resettlement and identifying with a new home state. In this report, Trust TV's Sagir Ibrahim spoke with some stakeholders who have expressed concerns over the worrying situation of the original inhabitants of Abuja.
These are a cultural display of some of the different tribes who previously occupied the Federal Capital Territory. They are also known as the original inhabitants of the FCT. The city was formerly inhabited by 9 ethnic groups, namely Amwamwa, Basa, Igbira, Gade, Gana, Gbagi, Gbari, Gwandara, and Koro. Following the creation of the Abuja Master Plan, the original inhabitants were to be resettled within and outside the Federal Capital Territory, but according to experts, not all of them have found a new place to call home.
Their matter is still unresolved. Many years after they gave out their land for Abuja capital, today the original inhabitants are stateless. They don't have state they can call their own. If they go to school to register, when they feel FCT, they will tell them there is no state like FCT. They either feel Nasarawa or Niger State.
From the 36 states on the Federal Executive Council, and there's not one person from the geographical location called the FCT. It's important that when people sit around a table and you have somebody who understands, that's why they say he or she who wears a shoe knows where it pinches.
They also expressed concerns over the living conditions of some of these original inhabitants, which they described as poor.
Go and see what they say they built around Niger State. Go and see the place. It's not even fit for pigs, not to talk about human beings. Those are the places they want original inhabitants to go to. Are they forbidden to enjoy what they are enjoying in Abuja city center? It is high time they listen to the original inhabitants. The place where Aso Rock is built today, the National Assembly, is cemetery of where some people bury their loved ones.
When you go to certain communities like Godoji community that is in Kuje, for instance, basic water they don't have. We visited the Godoji community, and the source of water they have is a pond. And let me shock you that source of water, where that water is, has been given to somebody, sold to somebody, and the person is right now in the process of fencing it off. As soon as that water is fenced off, it means that the people in Godoji community may not have access to even that pond water to drink.
They also called on the public to join hands towards amplifying the challenges facing these inhabitants for government and well-meaning Nigerians and other individuals and organizations to intervene. Sagir Ibrahim reporting for Trust TV.
Officers and men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, in Imo State have declared war against perpetrators of oil theft. The Commandant Matthew Ovie, alongside other officers and men of the command, paraded suspects of oil theft apprehended in their recent operations. The arrested criminals were conveying illegal petroleum products from Rivers and Route Enugu before their arrest in Owerri, the Imo State capital.
Polythene bag, and even use the sawdust at the end of the lorry. So if you are not careful and you don't know, you think it's sawdust. But because our men who are trained for this, they knew it and intercepted, and we discover is a very huge quantity of HGO in the truck, caravan car. We have sustained monitoring, and they too they will not give up and will not rest until they are eliminated completely from the system. They should stop this business. They should stop because it is affecting the economy of the country. They should leave it. They should seek for other business doing, not to go into this criminal act of sabotaging government effort.
I'm a motor boy. My driver is here, so we carry the owner of the truck asked us to go and carry the product for somebody at Port Harcourt that is coming to Enugu. That's how they loaded it for us. And we reached Owerri by control post. We were arrested.
At least 20 people have been killed in a road accident in Pakistan after a bus collided with an oil tanker in the southern part of the country. The accident happened in the early hours of Tuesday on a highway in Punjab province when the bus rammed into the tanker from behind. The bus carrying 24 passengers and 2 crew members was headed to Karachi from Lahore. Police said the oil tanker's drivers ran away from the spot. Authorities have initiated a DNA testing process to identify some of the bodies. And now to some sports, where Manchester City have confirmed the signing of Spanish left-back Sergio Gomez from Belgian club Anderlecht. The Premier League champions were in need of a fullback after allowing Alexander Zinchenko to join Arsenal in a €32 million deal. The Premier League champions signed a replacement for Alexander Zinchenko, with Pep Guardiola wanting to keep the former Spain youth international. City will pay an initial €11 million for the 21-year-old, with the potential for the price to rise further in an unspecified add-ons. With this, we've come to the end of News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Shewa Adamu. Bye for now.